guys! So today we are reading what?
Belle, Mysterious Monster.
Mysterious Monster. And who's Belle? Who's Belle?
Tell them.
No, who's Belle? She forgot who Belle is. Can you believe it?
They're kidding.
Really? Okay, so who's Belle?
Uh,
What's the story from? Which story is she from?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. That's right. Belle is the woman that charms the Beast. You keep doing that. We're not going to do this anymore. Okay, please move your arm. Thank you. Oh dear! Belle heard a cry, a voice cry. Belle stopped in her tracks. She had been walking to the village square. As usual, her nose was buried in a book. The voice belonging to Belle's neighbor, Madame Debout. Madame Debout?
I can't lie.
There's a wild animal on the loose, Madame Debout explained. It ran through my yard and knocked down all of my clean clothes. Just look at this mess. Oh goodness, explained Belle. Did you see what it was? Madame Debout shook her head. No, but I heard it crash through my garden. It sounded enormous. After she heard Madame Debout helped Madame Debout tidy up, Belle continued walking into the village. She kept a lookout for that creature, but she didn't see anything. Soon she reached the bakery. Good morning, Monsieur Le Pen, Belle said. I'd like one apple pie, please. The baker wrung his hands. I'm afraid I can't help you today, he replied. Haven't you heard? There was a beast on the loose. It ate all of my pies I left out to cool this morning. This one was inside, but it's for Madame Debout. Belle frowned. That's terrible. I wonder what it could be. The baker shook his head. I don't know, but a creature that's hungry must be gigantic.
Must be the gun.
Gigantic. So you eat that one first. Woo! And then that one. It must be gigantic. A little while later, Monsieur Marchand told Belle about something overturned his fruit cart. Did you see what it was? Belle asked. It ran away too quickly, Monsieur Marchand answered. But a creature big enough to knock over this heavy cart must be ferocious. Belle thought for a moment. If it's so large, it's strange no one has seen it. She bought some apples as she could bake a pie and went on her way. As Belle started to head home, she saw Farmer Florent sitting on the edge of the town fountain. He looked very sad. What's wrong? What's wrong? Belle asked. I am so worried. The old farmer said, my little goat, Babette, is missing. I'm afraid that she might have been taken by the wild beast, Belle gasped. Yes, he cried. How do you know? Because everyone in town is talking about it, Belle said. But no one seems to have seen it. It's very odd. There's the first one.
The goat, Daddy.
There's the second one.
Daddy.
You think it's the goat?
Mm-hmm. Daddy.
Could be.
I looked through all these pixels.
I know.
And
You go ahead of it. Yep. Just then, sorry. Cleaning my throat out. Just then, Belle noticed a crowd had gathered in front of the village tavern. Curious, she walked over. In the center of the crowd was Gaston, the town bully. He was always bragging about his feats of daring and bravery. There is a terrible monster on the loose, Gaston told the crowd. Only a hero of great strength and smarts can stop it. Who among us is courageous enough to capture this beast?
Belle.
Gaston, of course!
Belle.
Cheered Gaston's friend, Lefou.
Belle.
Boo! 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 The queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of putrescence. Boo! 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 Why do you do this?
Belle.
Because you had love, and you threw it all away. But they would have killed Wesley. Anyways, if you don't know what that was from the... Was that funny?
What was it from?
That was from The Princess Bride. It's a movie. You have to watch it sometime. Okay, back to the story.
Mom.
Belle spoke up. But no one has actually seen it, she said. Are you sure there is really a monster? Oh, Belle, leave it to us, please. Gaston waved his hand. But Belle had a hunch there was something more to the story. So she decided to do some investigation. First, she examined one of the ruined pies at the bakery. Then, she found a half-eaten pear under the fruit cart. Next, she checked Babette's pen. She walked around all the edges of the fence. Finally, she inspected the tracks in the mud by Madame Debut's cottage. After she had gathered all her clues, Belle was convinced she knew exactly what was going on. Now, she just had to prove it. Belle hurried home. She had an idea for the perfect way to catch this mysterious beast. In the village center, Gaston and Lefou were also hard at work. The town people watched curiously as Gaston hammered and sawed an enormous contraption. Behold my monster! Behold my monster! Monstrous! There we go. That's the word. Behold my monstrous monster trap! Gaston announced when he and Lefou had finished. It is guaranteed to capture the sneakiest, most dangerous monster easily, Gaston boasted. He swung his back to point to it. Wait, Gaston, cried Lefou. Don't! But it was too late. Gaston had accidentally hit the arm of the contraption, springing it. Capturing who?
Him.
There's the contraption. And there it is, catching him. Everyone's laughing. Meanwhile, Belle had returned and set up her own simple trap. She placed a fresh baked apple pie and a small pan of white paint in the edge of the town square. Across the way, everyone went back to work, while Gaston wiggled free from the net. He passed by Belle and laughed. Oh, Belle, what good do you think a pie and some leftover paint will do to catch this wild beast? Just then, there was a loud rustle in the bushes nearby. A monster! Cried Gaston. He pulled a large club from his belt and jumped into the bushes. A moment later, he came back out confused. There was no large creature there, he said, puzzled. Belle turned to look at her trap and gasped. The pie was gone. Something had snatched it while she was distracted. And there was a trail of white footprints on the ground, just as she had planned. Let's see where they lead, Belle cried. Where does it lead? Where do you think? Put it in the comments. Put in the comments below. The townspeople began to follow Belle as she tracked the footprints. They went to a small cave at the edge of the forest. Belle took a deep breath and went inside. Be careful, my dear. Be careful, my dear, called Madame Debut. Yes, it could be ferocious. Yes, it could be ferocious, added Monsieur Marchand. Soon Belle came out of the cave, leading a small goat. It was still chewing some pie crust. Babette! Cried Farmer Flint. He rushed forward to hug his missing goat. Were you the monster after all? Belle smiled. I had a hunch that the creature wasn't big when I saw the little bites taken from the fruit and the pies. She explained. The tracks in the mud were tiny, too, and there was a hole under the gate of Babette's pen. I thought it was Babette causing a little trouble. How clever! Cried Monsieur Lapin. Let's hear it for Belle! Hooray! Cried the crowd. Lucky guess, Gaston muttered. Lucky guess. Don't worry, Gaston, Belle smiled. Next time, you can make your trap less monstrous, and it can catch the little monster too. That's not funny, Belle, said Gaston. But the crowd laughed and laughed, because actually it was very, very funny indeed. There's the goat. Love the goat. And we love you. Huh. Mwah. Good night, guys.
Hey!
Good night. You gonna say good night? No, she doesn't want to say good night. We don't. Yeah, she's not gonna say good night. Oh. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, there she is. Good night.